What's up, guys? My name is Spencer Turley, and this is a track review of Cornerstone Motocross Park. So, a pretty cool track for sure. Somebody requested that I do a review on this track, so it's got this cool mountainous in the hills kind of vibe to it. So, very cool for sure. It's the first thing you'll notice, or the first thing I noticed, anyways, when I first got on it, is felt like it had a ton of traction. Like it was a little bit too much traction, you know, like in first and second gear when you're taking off, but honestly, like once you start getting going in like third, fourth gear, it feels completely normal. Like it's kind of weird. I've never really rode on a track with traction quite like this before. You know, it's like when you're first taking off, it's kind of like the bike's gonna flip over on you, or it's like popping wheelies too much. But once you get going, it seems to be totally normal. So really cool, and I'm really glad it turned out to be normal enough, because when I first got on it, I was like, oh man, I'm not even gonna be able to really ride on this track because it's got way too much traction. But honestly, like once you get going, it's completely fine. So but really cool. Like that's one of the things, like if you first get on this track and you think it's got too much traction, just keep riding on it and give it a chance, and you may end up actually liking it, because once you really start going on it, it feels completely normal. So anyways, so pretty cool track, man. Like one thing about this track is the width of it is really good, and that's one thing that I can't stress enough to people making tracks. Is one thing that'll make your track feel so much better and so much more realistic is just the actual width of the track itself. So and I've been guilty of this, trust me, plenty of times, making tracks way too wide, but that's one thing that I've learned over time, that'll make a track feel super realistic and a whole lot more fun, just having it that right width, so but right here, as I usually do, I try to find the humongous line, whatever kind of jump it is. So right there, you're supposed to land right here on this little tabletop, but you can end up jumping all the way down to these little roller things, and it gets pretty gnarly for sure. You kind of start getting on some flat landing, hard hitting kind of vibe, and right here I don't even know what to say. I'm pretty sure that's not the line you're even supposed to hit, but I went for it, and yeah, you can kind of, like, it's two tabletops that you're supposed to actually jump, but you can actually like on and off them, so it's really crazy. Let me actually get into some third person footage here and kind of show you guys, but yeah, those two jump, that's pretty much the only like real jump section on the entire track. And it's funny because you can actually, it's like you can almost jump rhythm something, like you can turn two jumps that you're not even supposed to really hit that certain way and kind of make them into a rhythm. So it's pretty crazy. But yeah, man, these little white stick things sticking out right here, you can't actually collide with those, because I'm pretty sure I mowed down a few of those and nothing really happened. So yeah, those, and that's kind of one of my things about custom tracks. I always like them to have stuff off the track, just so that it kind of keeps you from like cutting the track on accident and stuff like that, and like kind of doing cheat lines or anything like that. But this is more of a beginner, easier style kind of track anyways, so it's not that big of a deal on a track like this. But this track, from what I've found anyways, you don't really like notice yourself kind of cheating or running off the track on accident anyways, so not that big of a deal. So but yeah, pretty cool, man. A couple of little jumps here and there, but like I was saying, the really only jump sections is like that one like heading up to the finish line kind of area. So the track's got some pretty cool roughness to it, and the ruts are kind of cool too. So but it's not like crazy rough. I think it's definitely got some roughness though. If you're not used to riding on rough tracks, this will kind of throw you off guard a little bit. But other than that, I mean, it's still really cool, really fun, and yeah, it's just off track, nothing special. But like I've said before, if the on track stuff's really good, man, that's really, off track stuff can make a track. Don't get me wrong, it makes a lot of my tracks a lot of the times, but for this track anyways, the on track makes up for the off track not being too crazy. So that's that crazy jump right there. You can jump it all the way to those rollers and it gets really crazy, but like you can jump it like right to this roller and it's probably safer. But you're going to be wasting a ton of air time too, and not to mention that you're like you know, tree high, you know what I mean? Like, it's super hard to actually hit it like this, but you could land like right here on this first roller, and I think that would be more ideal than jumping all the way down here to like the second and third one like I was doing. But yeah, it's just you get so much airtime. I think it would actually be faster just to land, like jump it how you're supposed to jump it, but a super fun jump either way. So, and then right here, totally skipping all the roughness, just doing a little cheat line to the outside. And right here, see, you're supposed to jump this and land it like right where I am right now. You know, you're supposed to just jump that little tabletop and then go over here to this next tabletop and jump it, but you can actually jump all the way to the tabletop and land right on top of it. And then right here, you know what I mean? You're supposed to jump that first tabletop, then jump this tabletop, and then jump this next tabletop, like 3 tabletops. But what you can do is you can jump and do like an on-off on the last 2 tabletops, never actually jump them, just land on top of them. So, but what I've noticed is this second tabletop, like the second tabletop right here that you're trying to bounce off of and get onto, it's really hard to do because you're not even meant to do it. Like, there's really no jump lip or anything like that to bounce off of or anything. So it's really hard to get the bounce and the lip to actually land the second tabletop right here to the tabletop itself. So, but you could always let off, you could land on that first tabletop and let off and then just hit this third tabletop like you're normally supposed to. That's probably the more ideal line to hit, but yeah, I went for it anyways, and didn't turn out very good, but that's one of those things right there where you can try to do a rhythm on something that you're not even supposed to hit, but I think you can still do it. It would just be pretty risky, but anyways, pretty cool track for sure. So I'm going to say 8 overall. I think it's a fun track. I've got some nice elevation sections. The roughness is pretty fun. Some of the ruts are cool. So, obviously when they throw in some kind of jump section that you can hit something bigger than you're even supposed to hit, that's always fun too. So I'm going to say 8 overall, and I'm going to say the difficulty is medium. So anyways, so that's it for this video, guys, and I appreciate all you guys watching. Thanks.